Hi, welcome to Jade Gine Gaming presents The Observatory. My name is Bob, and this is the 46th episode of the Shadow Kingdom 5th Edition Dungeons & Dragons campaign. We have Austin as Mary, Ryan as Mother June, Adam as Dr. Richter, and Nick as Maribel. So, we left off last time with it being Wednesday evening. Thursday morning, y'all get a long rest. Good job.
Yay! Couple more hit dice back.
Isn't it half level up? You get half level hit dice back every long rest, I believe.
Yeah,
rounded down.
2. I get 2 back.
Yeah.
I got 2 back last time, I got 2 back this time.
Yeah, you got it.
So it wouldn't be till tomorrow that we hit 5.
Okay, so it's Thursday morning.
Hooray!
There's usually a meeting, so that's probably what's happening next.
Hold on, I gotta spend spell slots. Oh, and I roll dice.
Oh yeah, you gotta roll dice.
First off, alter self. Because I have to go out, because I have to be Wolfgang. 11, how? Middle of the road. 4 is not bad.
For you.
4 is a pretty guaranteed death savings throw fail.
11 is guaranteed success. Oh, for heaven's sake. I forgot to mute my phone. What a monster I am.
But what if Zordon needs you?
I mean,
He clearly
these
does,
days,
and
yeah.
he's going to have to wait till after the game.
I don't know. We're not those edgy teenagers anymore.
Teenagers with attitudes.
Yeah.
Speak for yourself.
Well, I mean, there's an open slot. White Ranger died, so...
Oh.
The White Ranger, Green Ranger, Black Ranger, Red Ranger.
Literally the Power Ranger. Like,
The man got around.
Yeah.
But yeah, so Thursday morning meeting. So show up. Did Molly arrive?
Molly would be there this morning.
No. Very good.
Molly is... Where is my...
Because she left us a note she was doing something.
She was training yesterday.
Oh, yeah, training.
Yeah, she didn't leave you a note. She's just training.
Yeah, Hammerstein showed up, but she was training.
Oh, there it is. I didn't have all of my notes pulled up. How foolish. Yeah.
Because, I guess the main point of today's meeting is eventually get our guys over with old lady to start planning her thing. Because she asked for lawyers and transportation and basically to talk to our lieutenants.
Yeah.
she presumably doesn't need to talk to all of them at once.
No.
And so we could probably just have them as you're open.
Yeah.
Yeah, Doomstayer is over there just like... Who do you want me to talk to?
Yeah, you're good.
What's going on? Who do you want me to talk to?
Nothing. We're still healing the boys.
Oh, yeah. They're a bunch of sleepy fellas.
But there's that, and if we contact the Extortium guy and ask him, hey, you want to retire or just let us move in here?
Yeah. Just out of curiosity, so what kind of service is Doomstayer doing for the injured?
He's working on healing them?
Oh, okay. I didn't know like how much he was accomplishing.
What his skill set is for that.
As far as like his actual doctoring.
He is a alchemist by training.
So
potions
just providing
and
bed
things
rest
like
and
that.
stuff.
No.
Potions, poultices, like long-term healing kind of stuff. I mean, you can send him to making healing potions, but it's going to take time and money.
Yeah.
And right now he's working on acid, which got pushed back 2 days.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to take 2 days longer for him to make the acid because of shenanigans.
Okay.
So do we still want to prioritize getting the other boys up and using spell slots on that today?
They'll probably be up by, noon. Says Doomstayer.
Oh, they will?
Yeah.
Huh. Then we can let that go.
You You ran around healing the crap out of them. So.
We did.
Yeah. And if we needed to, I think me and you could probably handle that together pretty easily.
Yeah. But they're going to be up by noon anyways, and that's fine.
Yeah.
Okay. So, now I gave goodberrys out last night for today, so don't need to do that again.
And acid pushback 2 days.
So that's what Doomster's doing. Molly's back. How's training going?
Oh, they all have just left feet. The only thing they've been issued is left feet. It's unfortunate. But,
Have you tried chopping them off and giving them a right foot?
I was
Do we have a large
informed-
group of people with only right feet?
I was informed I wasn't allowed to.
Well, you don't have the skill.
Of course I do. I got like an axe or whatever.
Yes, but giving them the right foot.
Oh, I wasn't going to give it back. That's mine now.
Well, no, we...
That's why I was informed I wasn't allowed to.
Correct.
So training's ongoing.
Yes. Give me a little bit. Give me a couple weeks total. I mean, and they'll be ready to go.
The other thing that I just not right now, but the other thing that I'd be interested in setting up, as far as something I think Molly and Doomster or Hammerstein could handle, is essentially setting up a.
In the middle of you talking, the door gets pushed open, and Jake stumbles in.
How you feeling? Yeah, that's about right.
It's like, did I get raging drunk, and then I don't know, challenged a hippo to a stomping contest and performed poorly?
No, it was just like 5 groups of like 20 guys beating on you until you were dead.
Yeah, just a little bit of death.
Yeah.
Did we win?
Yes.
In the long
Yes.
term, yes.
It's
You
a-
were
Not
the-
that battle. We lost that one when we lost you. But we
But we got you
got
back.
revenge and then got you back.
Yes,
So, yeah.
you were the only one who went down. We had 0 casualties. Now that you're back.
Oh. Great.
So we can count that as a -1 to our side.
And he goes over and just sits down and goes, bacon tea.
It's like
just eating and going,
Yeah.
just so you know, I'm not useful for a couple days.
Yeah.
we were expecting days of bed rest as part of your recuperation.
Excellent.
I mean, he doesn't have that many penalties.
It's like,
Would you like to see how it feels?
Do you have the money for that?
I have my own methods. They're just a little slower.
Yeah, it's only -4.
You have no idea what it ends up being.
Just because it's -4, you have to remember that this is an exhausting toll on the body.
Yeah.
And whilst the players just kind of go, don't care about the mental health of of my character and push through it,
yeah.
this is like getting someone to work in the middle of the flu.
Yeah, this would be natural.
Which is a very common thing here in the U.S.
You know
I
what?
work in the middle.
He is working. He showed up for the meeting for it. It is his physical part of the job that he's saying he can't do.
yeah. It's cool.
If you've got desk work for him,
Which is what he's doing here. He can give his input on what we're doing elsewise. So
Okay, so
It's also where the food is.
yes.
and he can tell Klaus or our new what was it, Elias. Tell them what to do.
So that's Doomster, Molly, Jake. What's Abbott up to?
He was doing payroll last time.
Yeah.
Yeah. He was due to paperwork was what Abbott was doing.
Okay.
I don't know. We gave him. No, we gave who the chops?
Hannah.
Hannah. We gave the chops.
Yes. And Alaya now falls under Abbott's domain for now.
Right.
Okay. Lawyer's still working on the dead body. Does he have any information back from the Balanced Blades yet?
I believe he sent the. When did he send that letter? Let me look up when he sent the letter. 'Cause I had a
2 days ago, I think, because I think it was 1 day ago last time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So yeah, he goes, yeah, I just got this, and he holds up a piece of paper that just says no.
That's
If we can quickly wrap up. Gambling ring, I think. The other.
The Extortium.
Yes, gambling ring.
It's
more of a pit
fight.
fighting.
Yeah, arena pit fighting.
Not gambling on it?
There's gambling.
There's gambling there, but
But it's not horse races or craps or cards.
I bring up talked to Midori yesterday and go ahead and give you guys a rundown of the things that she was asking for as far as helping her get the start of the union and negotiations for the quarry back up and running. So people who have probably start sending the people who are the least occupied at the moment to go and have talks with her.
It sounds like that might be Steve. He got letter back
Steve,
just saying no.
Steve Rabbit.
I can go. But
Yeah.
And finally, Spartacus.
He's working on the digging the secret hole.
Secret hole.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
I'm digging.
So is it at this point, with opposition removed, at least safe for Amin to travel into slums to visit Midori? Or?
When I went in, was there still a lot of soup kitchen dudes on patrol?
I mean, there was a lot of people, but it wasn't organized anymore. It's kind of like when the company stops paying payroll.
Yeah. I tell you, and it's like, well, it doesn't seem like you'll be hounded by large groups per se, but I'd still watch yourself as far as it being a rough area.
Yeah, make sure your coin purses are all tucked away.
Yeah, it's just like, so there's still some rough customers in the area, but it doesn't seem to be directed by anybody at this point. I guess Hale didn't have their interest or loyalty.
Do we want to, for the Extortium, do we simply want to go up to him and ask, hey, do you want to retire? We can take this over for you and you can do whatever. Or just live and let live. And then we, if he's like, yeah, sure, I don't care that your gang's in here and you're rebuilding the guild. And then the area would be taken over if we just have a hand wave from him.
Do you want to run it? That's more stuff to work. I mean, really, the deal, like... that lady, the Isabel, something akin with that. That's could be negotiated.
Protection for if the other gang was giving them protection, we can offer that instead in their place to get a cut. Because just coming up and saying, "Hey, run your business as you've been doing. That's all fine. Also, give us a cut," could lead to a fight. Unless the soup kitchen boys were doing them a service of some sort before. But either way, have you go in and talk to him.
Yeah, it didn't seem like soup kitchen boys actually had all that much interaction with the guy, as far as I could tell. At least that didn't seem to be the case when I asked Midori about it.
Yeah, so how about you go over there and hang?
Oh, no. I think we also asked Elias about it as well, whether or not he had any experience with the Extortium, and he said that the soup kitchen basically just kind of ran by itself without a whole lot of interconnection with the other stuff in the slums. So, yeah, it looks like it's just kind of been running independently. Maybe they visited for some of the betting, but I don't know.
Well, I say send you in there to talk to him, and if you can't talk to him, we're told big bets or other stuff gets his attention to maybe set up a meeting.
Are we in that place?
No, not right now. We don't have cash.
Big butts or winning fighters.
Yeah. I don't think
Jake just kind of looks up like...
Perhaps if we haven't managed to crack it in a few days.
Just like deep breath. Oh my god.
If a few days from now we're still working on it, perhaps. But until then.
All right, and it's like with him up and about again, we should give him his present.
Oh yeah. Here's a 85-pound jar of liquid metal for you. It's magic.
Now just drink that.
No, it's not.
He just looks at you like, thanks, boss.
It's armor.
Full plate that goes into your skin. You can call it whenever.
It's my, I don't know why, but he looks at. Can you comfort me? What?
It's a magical armor that. It's what the guy that we had to kill after he had you killed was wearing, so we took it from him.
I don't recall.
You were dead at the time.
You weren't there.
I got better.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You're welcome.
So just
Concentrate on it for about an hour. Dwell upon it.
Just stare at it.
I mean,
A troon's a word they use in the
Or
world.
drink it.
yeah, he puts
Do
it,
not drink it.
Couldn't hurt.
It could hurt.
It's literally 85 pounds of liquid metal. I'm almost assured.
I'm
Like,
relatively sure it's 65
oh,
pounds.
65. Like, that's a big difference when it's...
That's 20. Hey.
It is
Okay,
20
you
pounds.
can only drink 20 pounds of liquid metal. You'll be fine. Doesn't make a big difference.
Yeah, so
I mean-
he's just he sets it down on his lap and is just like eating kind of one-handed. Doomstare just kind of goes, like pulls out a thing and like starts dumping it into his cup and puts it away. And Jake goes, "Oh, thank you. This is whiskey." and,
Wait,
and,
wait,
Doomstare's like, "Yeah, it's good for you."
Okay, in my mind, he got a little satchel out and dumped a powder in his drink. Not a shot of whiskey, but a powder. That was, in fact, whiskey. Dehydrated whiskey.
You know, it like came out of what looks like a potion bottle.
Okay.
It is just like it just like slipped back into his robe.
I do like the idea of dehydrated whiskey powder.
It's already alcohol. It's dehydrated as it gets.
But yeah, then the whatever thing that I was going to bring up earlier. The other thing that I was thinking of having Molly doing at some point would be essentially creating a spy net to be able to watch out for people who might want to not like information net that would
Network?
yeah. Well, not
Not a net to throw over some eyes.
No. So a spy network would be very different from just a net to trap spies. A information net to trap spies.
Well, we all know the net weapons crap.
Yes.
I can do it. You go with me going into the slums and grabbing people? It's gonna detract from my training time. Or you want me to wait till after training?
Yeah,
and I can go out there and find some individuals, see what I can find, but I mean, if we're going slums, they're not going to be socially out.
Mm-hmm.
But fine for the slums area to gather info?
Yeah, I mean, they can do standard stuff, but they're going to be a lot more like me than Hammerstein.
Yeah.
Well, I'm looking for people who would be able to stop people from spying on us.
Oh, counter spy.
Yeah, a defensive measure against spies infiltrating our ranks.
Yeah, because...
Okay, so we need people observant.
Yeah.
I'll see what I can do. But
Yeah, wait until training's over, but this is something...
We're just telling you now in case, as you're getting used to the boys in training, if any of them would be a good fit, you can have that in mind.
okay.
Either that, or maybe we should also have that as like a sub-duty for Reed.
Reed.
Yeah, the guy that we got out of the sewers.
Oh, Anders.
Yeah, Anders Reed.
Isn't he making potions currently?
Yeah, he's working under Doomstare, but he's got a good eye on him, so he might be able to catch a spy.
It's like you just like threw his last name out there. I'm like, that is not how I think of him.
Yeah. Anders.
Mr. Anders.
Ah, okay.
But otherwise, 4 boys should be healed today. Think I'm gonna go shopping, or at least shop around for some stuff to help in situations like this in the future. Are you going to try the Extortium, or are we going to hold off on that?
It's like I could definitely go there today.
Yeah.
I'm hoping it won't take my entire day, but
And it might be one of those places that are only open at night, so.
maybe.
I know, we sent people to investigate before. Do they know if it's open during the day?
Yeah, Molly and Hammerstein might know whether or not it's got hours of operation.
What, the Extortium?
Yeah.
They would know that it's usually open pretty much all the time. There's like events, but it also is bar, brothel, drug dealer,
Okay. So yeah,
like random gambling.
Pile of scum and villainy.
Yes.
Guy in charge is a big fat guy.
no, it seems he's some old waif of an elf.
You have any plans today, Mary? Now that the buying the body back isn't optional?
No.
Okay.
I mean, I could go set the place on fire.
You could.
Mm-hmm.
Please don't.
As a statement.
Mm-hmm.
We are, by the way, out of money to resurrect people.
I'm pretty confident I'd survive.
Hey, we both went down in that last fight.
That I didn't want to go into.
But you sure started with a fireball.
Well, obviously.
Anyway.
Wolfgang? Yeah. You have plans for the day?
Would you like me to travel to the Extortium with you?
It would definitely not hurt. Yeah, I would. Wouldn't mind company.
That.
Okay. Otherwise, I think we're good. Everyone has stuff, and we know what we're doing.
What about you, Maribel?
I was going shopping,
Oh, okay.
and then maybe a little robbery. But
Tell us how.
You
that
know, if you
turns
do
out.
robbery first, you might find what you'd be shopping for.
what I'm shopping for is magical druid stuff. Where I'd be robbing is a smithy.
You could pick a better target to rob. How
Well,
about a
definitely-
magic druid stuff shop?
No, the magic shop magical.
Yes, I think you could. I think you could make off with quite a great haul that way.
But why do you worry when he's about to die and warn him not, but you tell me to go die?
Because he came up with his own idea to go die. I suspect you're smart enough to say no.
Oh, okay.
And if not, we don't need you.
Okay, so this is Wolfgang's Joshing. I was like, go die.
Yeah, it's
Break.
just like that. Have
So
fun.
funny.
Plus, really, if she pulled it off, we'd get some good stuff.
Say I wouldn't mind some magic, but getting it legally requires funds.
Does she know that the blacksmiths also keep magic in their shop? She wasn't around for that ordeal. She'll be fine.
Yeah. Windows are enchanted, by the way.
Yes.
Doors too. But yeah, it's like let's get going.
Break.
Alrighty. So, Ryan and
Wolfgang.
Wolfgang. I'm like, not Richter. There's another one.
Sorry, I give you double the names to memorize.
Yes, and I'm bad with names to begin with. Very rude. Okay, are going to the Extortium.
Yes.
Okay, we'll start with you.
You know what it is, right?
Yep.
Good. I have no idea.
Yep.
Alright, we're gonna go. How do we get there? Let's call an Uber.
It has been
Mordor, Gandalf, is it left or right?
Yeah. We have a
Mordor, is it left or
full
right?
map of the area, and it's been pointed out by Molly.
Okay, so it takes you about, hour 45 minutes to get to the Extortium. And you were outside the door. And it looks,
third level spells.
so as you get there, the building looks like kind of townhouses. They're smushed together as townhouses. It looks like a standard entrance to like a residence. And there's just a small piece of masonry off the stone that seems to be carved serpent-like. And it looks like a serpent in an E shape. That's the designation. That's the correct door.
Okay.
So you're outside the door. There's no one standing there. I mean, there's people walking up and down the street occasionally, but there's no one standing at the door.
Place my hand upon the handle.
Okay. It turns. Okay.
Open.
Okay. You open it, and you walk in, and instead of
I look in before I walk in.
okay, so you look in, and instead of a standard home, it opens up like they've gutted the entirety of all of these townhouses. So they look like homes, and if you look through the windows, you could see like a living room staged. But when you actually open the door, none of that's there. It opens up into a large open air courtyard. So there's like building Colosseum like. So there's buildings.
So if you flew over, you would
Presumably.
see what's.
Presumably. So as you walk in, there's looks like an open air courtyard with balconies up around it. There's a large box that's facing. So you walk to the door and there's a box facing you that's kind of plush and fancy. Looks like an opera box.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's a bar off to one side with bottles and pouches and powders, and there's this stink and smell of old beer and blood and smoke. Both of the illicit variety and of, like, fire pits. And on the other side of the thing, there's room. So there's a bar on one side, and on the other side, there seems to be a pass-through to a separate section. And it's kind of sectioned off, where you'd have to go behind another counter to get to it.
Any people?
There's some, not a lot, because it's relatively early in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, there's some people passed out on tables. There's some people who look like they've been up all night and they're playing cards. And there's women and men wandering around, dressed in almost a uniform. They're all wearing black and yellow of some kind. Seems to designate the staff. People are like wandering around delivering things, walking back. There's a couple larger individuals and better armed individuals wearing different armor, and they either have like their armor is colored yellow and black, or there's a yellow and black ribbon hanging from a weapon, or a headband, or an armband. They're all badged, kind of, in yellow and black. Seems to be the color scheme for the staff.
Anyone in the box?
No, not at the moment.
And was there a fighting pit in here too?
Yes, there is, but
Okay.
you haven't seen it yet because it's down low and you're not there.
Yes.
He's looking in from the door. This is
Okay.
what he sees at the door.
Step in.
Yeah, let's go.
Close the door tight behind us.
Yeah.
Just try to observe around. See, is our entrance noticed? Questioned?
There it is noticed
Mhm.
because as you close the door and walk through, there's someone off to the side who's seems to be a guard of some nature.
Enhance charisma before I enter.
Okay. And as you walk in, you see that there's... Looks like, when you sit down at a bar, like at a diner.
Mm-hmm.
So you have a seat and there's like a table in front of you. And there seems to be a drop-off. And you can see it better now that you're inside. There's a circular thing around a ring. And it seems to be some nature of netting or bars above it.
My mind goes to bowling alleys. Because those are usually sunken and have that upper bar with the table.
So the fight pit's got like a net or bars above it?
There's something above it, yeah. You can't quite make out what it is from this distance because you're about 50 feet away from...
To hinder throwing things in on the fighters.
You imagine so.
Or the opposite.
Or that.
It's a barrier. Only people with skills can chuck things at the fighters. You must be the skilled to interfere.
I'm sorry, that's not full cover!
Sharpshooter just drilling beer glasses right through the bars.
Stop doing that! Never!
I sort of approach that area and sort of look down into the pit.
The pit is, for the most part, it's sand. Like, fine, gritty, and you're like, it's an awfully odd color, because it's almost pink. And you, being familiar...
Blood?
Yeah, the sand is so blood-saturated that
A little bit of iron.
it's pink. It's pink in, like, a deep brown.
This is a man who's seen other fighting pits. Any other differences?
I mean, there's 2 gates on either side, so the box is in front of you, and the 2 gates are...
Judging by
On the
the
left and the
gates, likely to be just men or creatures led through those.
The gates are exceptionally large.
Okay.
And as you get up to it, you note that the pit is bigger than you thought, because it kind of bows in. So that it's bold. So the pit's probably about 100 feet.
Solid walls, or are there any, like...
It's solid.
Lower... Okay.
It's solid stonework, but arched inward.
From the area near that edge, as I'm up there, kind of look around. Are there obvious doors about the outside, like up top kind of thing?
There's several doors. Most of them are behind counters or things of that nature. If you look across the way, there's large double doors on the other side of the pit, which you can walk all the way around. And if you look up, it is open to the sky, apparently.
And is there, like, seating right around the...
Yeah, well, it's more standing, but there's tables and things like... There's a large table around there that you can rest on, and if you look at it, there's a piece that kicks down that you could stand on. So if you were a shorter variety, you can still get a decent view.
Unless, of course, they go up right underneath you.
It's solid.
Oh, I thought it was bowed inward, so if your table's...
Oh, Nick, you're not there. Would you stop?
I'm trying to understand.
You're not there. You can make him explain it a second time when you go.
Well, like, you're trying to understand and you're confusing me.
Oh, sorry.
Do we have a description for the elf we're looking for?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Anyone around that possibly meets that?
He's the elf that you're looking for is an older, bald man.
Yeah. We're looking for
with,
Shepherd Prescott.
green eyes. And no, you don't see anyone. Well, there's elves, there's older elves, there's bald elves, but no one that you like. You don't have a great description of it.
Go ahead and check with one of the staff and ask them. And he's like, "Is Shepherd Prescott around?"
You walk up to one of the guards, one of the servers.
Yeah,
who are you talking to?
One of the servers.
Oh, honey, he doesn't come in till later. If there's no blood sports on, I wouldn't expect him.
Ah, okay.
It's a little, like, plump, dumpy, gnomish lady.
Corner booth kind of things, like tucked away.
It's kind of circular. There isn't a whole lot. There's like a lot of circular tables. I mean, you could find one more tucked, but people walk all the way around this pit, so it is a large open space. The only places that are...
I mean, like in like the bar kind of area maybe or something. Like, is there...
I mean, there's places that you can go and sit at the bar, but there's not like a tucked away booth. The only places that seem tucked away... go ahead and give me a perception check, actually.
Hold on, that needs a dice.
Ryan, you probably can too.
Oh, okay.
Since you are also looking around.
No. I don't see none.
Just fascinated with that gnome.
I'm still talking to her, so
Yeah.
I'm distracted.
12.
Okay. You don't see anything tucked away. Like, you see places where all of the seats seem like there is negative space behind them deliberately. Is what I will say. It's like you're looking at it and you're like, it seems like it was set up for crowd control purposes where no one can really put their back to the wall without having someone having access to them. And you do see, even now in the day when there's maybe 20 patrons total, there's probably 15 guards. And you're unsure, and there's about 5 or 6 staff members wandering around. There's a countertop, like a big caged counter as well, with a older human sitting inside of it.
Yeah.
And there seems to be a younger lady leaning against the cage, the side with a black and yellow armband leaning against it.
Does with a cage around it mean something to my character that I'm missing?
It looks like somewhere where you could go and place bets or collect bets.
Okay.
It seems to be like...
Okay. I'm just like, you described that, and I'm like, that seems like the weirdest description ever.
Yeah, I'm
like...
It's some... And the only entrance, like, there's no doors around the cage. There's a door behind him.
Okay.
But there's a man sitting at, like, a counter, basically...
She's in a bookie cage.
Yeah. No. First, my mind went to, is it like the musician thing and they have wire around it so they can't throw stuff at them? Or maybe it was a dancer cage?
No.
Yeah, okay. Bookie cage? Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
That's where they keep the monies.
But talking to the gnome, and it's like, so any events upcoming for that?
I mean, we got gladiatorial matches every night almost. Then we got a big one coming up in a couple of days. I know he'll be there for that, but he just shows up for most of the matches. He loves them.
Oh, okay. So what's the event coming up in a few days?
Just a gladiatorial fight.
Oh, okay. And that's on, Saturday night?
Yeah, should be.
Oh, okay.
Now, if you excuse me,
Oh, well,
I think they need some coffee over here.
well, hold on a sec. I give her a couple silver pieces for her time.
Oh, thank you.
Hmm.
She puts it into a little pouch and goes over. Here you go, sweetie. Here's your coffee.
All right.
Was that literally you trying to get rid of these odd silvers you had in your pocket for like the last 2 weeks?
I still got 2.
Just throwing change at waiters. Here you go.
Hey, it's worth something. You get a whole 10 of them, you get a gold.
Mm-hmm.
So, from this side, standing near the top at the counter over the pit, looking up towards the box, do I see, like, in the box, like, where the door is that leads to the box?
No. There's curtains behind the seating.
Do I...
And the box is about 25 feet in the air. Like off of the ground that you're at.
Okay.
And there's no... it's not... It seems to be attached to the ceiling, not the floor kind of
I figured into the wall, but man.
Yeah, but like it goes up. It kicks out. Like walking underneath the box is possible. But it kicks out, and there's no like railing that goes down that you could climb.
What's underneath the box?
Over there, it's more seating.
All around. I am trying to mentally assess likelihood for the various doors. Obviously, behind the bars, some of them may open and close that I can see things.
Okay.
I am thinking probably a couple of these doors. I'm just saying what's going through my head. So, thinking a couple of the doors probably lead to underground areas where prep for fight would be. I'm thinking probably at least one door leads off to some bedroom section with rooms for the prostitution. I'm thinking probably obviously kitchen doors to bar, storage, that kind of thing. Probably something that leads up to that box. And I'm just trying to assess the idea of what doors likely are. Obviously, one of them goes back to get to the bedding area.
I'm trying to answer. Okay, so underneath the box there is that big, large double doors that leads, like where the box is underneath it. There's more seating and all that, and there is a large double door with two guards standing at it, and it is shut.
So boss goes in through the double doors and up to his box.
Yeah, but I'm not subtly walking around and just trying to get bearings of the place.
The double doors underneath that is the only ones where there's not like a counter or a bar or like the gate, like where the bookie sits. There's a door behind him, but that's like completely walled off. The only one that isn't like that is behind there. Everything else is blocked off access, so it would be pretty obvious if you're walking up to it, kind of thing.
I mean, yeah, like again, not subtle. I'm looking around. I'm getting my bearings of the space.
Okay.
I am very to the guard. I am very obviously getting my bearings of the space.
Okay. They don't. Anything about it. They're fine.
It is a space that probably has large crowds in the evening, and that if I'm coming back to, I want to know what space I'm going into. If any of the doors behind bars or etc. are open, I do glance through to try and get an idea of what's through there. It sounds like there are multiple bars.
Yeah.
Are they all operating currently, or some of them?
Not all of them are operating currently, and not all of them offer the same fare. Like the big one towards the entrance seems to have the largest variety, but some of them are just your standard mead or whatever bar, and some of them are food, and some of them are like other things.
Yeah, if there's menus posted, I just kind of glance at that kind of thing.
There's menus, including
recreational drugs.
Recreational items. And as you're walking around and you were looking for it, there is a menu for women and men and everything in between that is just like also at another bar.
With menus for things, are there prices?
Yeah.
What ranging for like the alcohols and such, is it comparable to?
It's pretty standard pricing, and for the companionship, it's based upon what you want. Like if you just want someone to be hanging off your arm while you watch the thing, that's relatively affordable.
Mm-hmm.
It does have a little note that you'll be paying for any drinks and or food that they're having. That's also you're paying for that for them too. Like they're not getting any of that free. But yeah, it's basically charged by service kind of thing.
Mm-hmm. Is it, from the extent that I now as Wolfgang did have, is it comparable to the garden?
It is much cheaper than the garden.
Okay.
But this is the Slums.
So?
They might have more desperate people willing to take less.
Or more, if you know what I mean.
Also, I guess, immediate thing, with the... Because I guess maybe making an assumption that his comment doesn't lead towards... Are the look of the people working here, do they seem like the typical rundown slums kind of folks?
I mean, they seem like locals. There's not a whole lot of fat ones. Like, they seem relatively malnourished. Better than what's running around on the street, but yeah, they don't look great.
And do we got any customers? You said we got like a few people sitting in.
Yeah, most of them are either passed out or still gambling, like playing cards with each other.
Okay.
Like not a official game of the house, but them playing cards with each other.
Okay, I'll go visit some of the card players then.
Okay.
Go ahead and introduce myself and be like, hey,
Are you
fellow.
playing?
It's like, sure, I'll put some money down.
Okay. I offer you a seat. Go ahead, sit down.
Yeah. What do they have for ante? Just silver,
I mean,
gold?
it's poker basically, so you don't like. There's no ante per se.
No, okay. And it's like, yeah. So playing cards with them, I'm gonna kind of go and ask them if they're familiar with the fights. If there's like,
you're getting a lot of one-word answers. Just yep.
no, okay.
They're relatively into their gambling and not exactly talking much.
Okay, then I dip out if they're not willing to have a conversation about the.
Yeah, they're just kind of in their poker. They're not.
They're here
not
to have fun.
Yeah, they're not really talking to each other. They're taking a lot of interest and concentration on the game, and as you continue, you kind of feel a little bit of resentment coming from them that you're interrupting.
Okay, yeah, then I'd leave them alone if they're not willing to.
Sounds to me like they need to be better at saying no.
Put new money into the game, so
Yeah, there's like. So do you play a couple hands or?
And if they're not, I start asking questions and I'm just getting nothing out of them, then I'll just leave.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe talk with one of the guards and see if they'd be willing to inform me about the upcoming events, or if they've got that info.
Oh, when you're gonna talk to the guards, they're just like, they're just kind of looking at you like, what upcoming events? What do you want to know about?
And so, like, I just want to know, is there a particular champion that would be like a good person to put money down on?
They straight up tell you almost by rote, we do not advise on gambling one way or another.
Oh, okay.
We are here to protect the establishment, not offer you inside information. Good luck. Like, the guards, as a group, will not tell you who to gamble on.
I see. It's like, well,
Yeah, that's dangerous either way. You may be wrong.
and it's like
You reap the bets.
and it's like I think they'd show up to Wolfgang and be like, I think we need some more interested parties, and it seems like he doesn't come around till later.
Seems early. You found out what time they're likely to start things each evening?
The lady told me that they have them almost each night, and then on Saturday there's going to be a special event.
Wolfgang has looked around more than enough to prompt an investigation check. If there's something you wanted to actually look into. Like, is there anything... Is he just making sure he has a good understanding?
I'm making sure I have a good understanding.
Or
I would
sure.
like to... Because I feel like at least one of these doors has to lead to hotel room, essentially, or hotel room light or whatever, based on the services offered. I also feel like at least one, probably two of the doors have to lead downstairs to some prep area.
Okay, so...
If there's anything I could do to try and assess where those are, so I would know people going out of those doors I would have an assessment for.
Okay.
Which are probably the ones that are less likely to be being used right at the present time. So it might be more by elimination than...
Okay, so the doors look fairly similar, so it's going to be a relatively high DC to find these things out, but you can certainly try.
$17.
17. Okay, that's not bad. So you know that the door near where the pricing for companionship is probably leads to more private areas for private business.
Mm-hmm.
And you kind of have a decent assumption that doors underneath the box probably lead to probably somewhere near stairs or where stairs could be. And then you can't really tell where down is.
Okay.
But all the doors seem well used and used frequently. Like, you don't see rusty hinges. Like, the door handle, handles are a bit shinier because of people touching
There's
them.
no sand trail outside of any of the doors.
No, there would not be.
So fighters are brought in not through the main bar.
Or maybe they have a floor mat. When you're ready, I'm ready to walk the block.
What do you mean?
I want to walk the block.
Okay.
Like, walk around this entire set of townhouses.
Yeah. Of which I'll probably pick 2 or 3 doors to just walk up and see if they're unlocked.
They do not appear to be unlocked. The door handle it does jiggle, but it doesn't open.
Yeah. Well, theoretically, there are little spaces behind each of these that all the other doors open up to the setting of the living, whatever's seen through a window.
Yeah, as you look through the windows, you do see, like, living room settings and, like, teapots and... You know what? Go ahead and give me a perception check.
Go ahead.
17?
It's like if I help him, would he get advantage?
Yeah.
Okay.
17.
As you're walking along, you could have sworn, as you were looking through the window, a teapot disappeared. Like, there was a setting for breakfast that just disappeared. You're relatively, like, you could have sworn there was just, like, plates and tea on that table, and now they're gone. As you're walking by one of the windows. And if you look in the window, there's nothing on the table. It doesn't look like there ever was.
Detect magic.
There is a lot of magic all around these. A lot of illusion.
Focus illusion? Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of illusion, a lot of divination, some aberration, and some evocation.
Mm-hmm. As I am investigating, I give the air towards the building that I presume I'm being watched.
Okay.
I'm basically with the same attitude of I expect you're watching me as I walked around the inside. I'm walking around the outside with the same attitude. Do I see any trails of any sign of that sand out here?
Okay, you can go ahead and do an investigation as you walk around Sivnak.
What did I get?
That's a 5. Are you helping?
Yeah. it's
13.
Like, can I use the help action on you?
I mean, he did tell you that he was going to go and look around outside, so yeah, you would know to help.
Okay.
So, yeah, I'd allow it.
13.
Okay. I mean, there's dust, there's dirt. You have to remember, the ground's filthy.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, you don't really see any of the pink
Mm-hmm.
that you're looking for.
But otherwise, the general census of condo block continues.
Yeah, and it's strange. Like, there's a lot of alleys and things like that, and there doesn't seem to be any. All these
Of course not. It's occupied.
all these townhouses are seem to be just touching.
Yep. What? You have anything else around?
No, this seems to be a night mission.
Okay, so going from there, we're going to go back to the morning. You're going to go take your rest. And, Maribel, what you doing, girl?
I am doing an I'm taking, if no one else has, the carriage up to the Magic District and doing an investigation to see about druid wares.
Okay.
So specifically, moonsicle. I believe it's prayer beads.
Magic items.
Staff of healing.
So you just want a moonsicle, prayer beads, and staff of healing?
There's some other ones too, but that's definitely what's on my mind. Is those type of extend healing magic.
Type of, or those items specifically?
Maribel would not know those items specifically. That is why she's shopping around.
Okay, so
But
Nick is looking for those items. When Maribel sees those items, that's when Maribel's like, "Oh, that's what I want."
okay,
But
so
Maribel has to look
you're
to find
looking for a moonsicle, a staff of healing, and prayer beads.
Yeah.
Okay.
To very least price them all.
All right.
Not bad. Still haven't had a train, so investigation is 18.
Okay. You find a couple moonsicles. Some of them are. You find some uncommon ones, and then you find one rare one.
Mm-hmm.
Prayer beads. I'm gonna look up all these items and figure out what the cost is on them.
Prayer beads ones is harder because they come with a different number.
Moonsicle, prayer beads, and what?
Staff of healing, and I guess I should add on the woodland staff.
But I think don't the prayer beads tell you to roll for it? So just make a set price, and then you don't get to know until after you've bought it.
Mm-hmm.
How many of those are not random? Just decorative.
Okay. So you find one necklace of prayer beads,
Mm-hmm.
and then staff of healing and staff of what now?
Woodland staff, I believe.
Woodlands?
Mm-hmm.
Staff of the Woodlands.
Staff of healing is... Yeah, you find a staff of healing. Yeah, I can believe it. And yeah, you find a staff of the woodlands. So, what is your price range?
I have 200 gold currently, but I want to know how much they are, so what I need to be saving towards.
The moonsicle is about for the
Uncommon,
for
probably.
the uncommon one is about. I'm gonna see if this is way too cheap or way too expensive.
Gee, wouldn't it be nice if the game just gave, like, prices?
But no, that locks the DM to a solid price. Where you can't just say, no, it's not that, it's more expensive here. It says it's in the book, that's what you have to do, DM. You don't get to make choices.
The moonsicle is about $250.
Okay, lower end. Good.
And for the lowest one.
Yeah.
The highest one is about 2,500.
10 times as much.
And the staff of healing is 5,000, and the prayer beads are 2,500. And the staff of the woodlands is also 5,000.
Okay. And that's, I guess, my morning or afternoon.
Yeah, that's most of your morning is running around price checking.
Yep. You said Woodlands was 5,000?
Yes.
Okay.
I should probably write these down in my notes because I know you're going to ask about them later.
Yes, it's like I've wrote them down on my piece of paper. I figure around.
We have Orion.
Yep.
Yeah.
And his notes include the name of the item, so all he has to do is Control F, type the item name, and he'll find it right away.
Yeah, that's cool.
He's starting to get responsibility.
What the devil? Oh. Don't worry about it. 100. About 5,000 each. Excellent. Okay. Excellent. Okay. So that. So yeah. It is about 5 in the even. Well, no, you guys would be done before then. So yeah, you guys. It's about a little past noon, almost 1, by the time you guys are done wandering about.
Then I will go ahead and rush back to our boys.
Okay.
Head back to my room.
Okay. So you both are going back to the church. Because that's where your room is. And that's where the boys are.
Oh, yeah, I suppose. Yeah. Well, it's past noon, so those injured boys should be up by now, or at least that's what Doomsdayer said.
Yeah. So where are you going? Which boys are you going to?
The ones that are just walking about.
I guess we'll have plenty of dudes who are still at the church then. I'll go. I have to find Roy.
Roy was never in the church.
Yeah, Roy never got injured. He was.
Yeah. So,
Where are you going?
yeah. So where are you going?
Let's see. Roy would probably be hanging around the horse's head.
Yeah, probably.
Or you could get where he's patrolling from there.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're heading there. That's going to take you a little bit of time. That's pretty far away. You get back to your room.
Work on switching self.
Okay. So I need a
Arcane and a medicine.
Arcane and a medicine. That's right.
Arcane. Crit miss. For total of 9.
Okay.
And 10 on medicine.
Okay. So you go to do your arcane research, and you can't be fucked today. You're like, this is boring and uninteresting, and I don't care, and you basically skip it. And just go and do something more enjoyable. Look into some medical research. Okay, so that's your day. Okay, so now it's your turn.
Well, did mine take all my day till 5?
Yeah, thereabouts. Getting there, getting
back.
Okay.
Yeah, travel's kind of.
Unless you're doing something else out that way.
Yeah, or if you're doing something else out that way.
No, I'd want to return the carriage. Then I was going to go to that smith shop, but no, that would take too long.
Yeah. So you'd be wandering back in, but he hasn't had anything today. So
Yeah.
No, I mean I've got nothing to do, so I'm going to go buy magic inks supplies.
Okay, so at 5 o'clock you're gonna go, and where are you heading for that? Are you just going to the university district where you definitely know that there would be some? You're gonna
Isn't
try
that
and
like
find
super far away?
Yes, it is. Are you gonna try and find some around here?
Yeah, somewhere around here.
Ask Spartacus. He's gotten them for you before.
If I know where Spartacus is, I ask
He's
Spartacus.
always in the Red Horse.
Yeah, he's at the bar.
Oh, then
He has a table in the Red Horse that he just sits
that's
at all
true.
day.
I have a guy. I just give him money and tell him to bring me things.
Yeah, and he goes and calls one of his runners over and sends them out for your supplies.
Then I
Goes,
do that.
I'll have them for you tomorrow.
Yes.
Or, well, you're usually up at night, so probably later tonight.
Yes, I gives him the 150 golds worth of monies,
Okay.
so I can have inks
All right.
and magic supplies. So I can eventually put spells into my ritual book, because I've been ignoring that forever because I keep forgetting about it.
I forgot.
To be fair, totally on brand Mary.
It's like I was supposed to be doing work, but I forgot. I didn't feel like it. So,
Okay.
well, I did a good work today. I'm going to take a break.
Identify, detect
Just look at
magic.
Particus and be like, yeah, good work.
So at about 6 o'clock, you're back at the church,
District,
returning the horsing cart. Huck is just looking at you.
Yeah, I was going to say.
You've been running around all day without him.
Yes. Yeah, I'll spend my evening out here in the backyard playing, use a shapeshift, play dogs with them.
Okay.
And then, yeah, evening meal, and I'm good for the day.
Okay.
Well, at end of day, I'm going to use... Yeah, 4's good. 4 things for 40 good berries, give them to Spartacus to pass out, have them passed out for the tomorrow rounds.
He just kind of looks at you and goes, you understand that at this point, I have to wake someone up so they can run these out to people who are asleep so that they can wake them up to hand them out, to have them handed out in the morning.
Everyone goes to the
Yeah, it's
other bar.
Why wouldn't you just send them to the horse's head, give them to the bartender, and when everyone wakes up?
Not everyone goes to the horse's head.
Well, you should tell them to get the good berries.
Let them know that's where they get.
Or at least wherever they go before patrol, or do they just go from home to patrol?
You know, gotta be honest, not really my department.
Well, it's getting goods from here to them. So I put that down on the table.
Yeah, okay.
It's like it's keeping people alive.
So he pushes it to the side. Yeah, I'll get right on that. This kid runs in, puts down these things, and goes, good. I need you to run an hour and a half there, and then an hour and a half back home, so you can give these to the good bartender, so he may or may not be able to hand that out to someone. The little kid's like, why? He goes, because fuck you.
Shit rolls downhill, kid.
Yeah. Learn to delegate.
I did.
Yeah, learn to delegate. Sucks to be at the bottom.
It's like, I'm doing my good deed. As long as I did my part, I should be fine.
Bartender's really mean. He goes, that sounds like a you issue. Have fun. The kid's just moping, walking out with it.
Is this near me? I'm at the bar, right? Yeah. I go, no, he's not mean. He's just really, he's really nervous about his hair. Compliment him a lot.
Isn't that the twin horse?
Goes, wait. The kid looks back and goes, go give this to him. Raises his teacup to you. And the kid comes over and gives you your thing, turns around and walks out.
What, the stuff that I'm supposed to go to the bartender?
No, the stuff that was just delivered to him. He made him cross the room with it instead of getting up or telling you to get up.
Yeah.
Alright, I got my inks. Hooray.
Sounded like a transport issue. I brought it to Spartacus. This has to get across town.
I don't remember which bartender, or if that bartender has hair. I'm just...
Those are the orc twins.
Yeah, it's the orc twins.
And yes, definitely, just doubling down. Yeah, he got down, put his hair, man. He's really nervous about it. Self-conscious, that's what I'm looking for. He's self-conscious about it. He's trying a new hairstyle.
When people are self-conscious about things,
drawing
attention to them.
You gotta compliment them and assure them that it's really good.
Oh my god, what happened to your head?
It's amazing.
It's so good. It's why did you start the sentence that way?
To mess with you.
That's that low roll in charisma.
Yeah. You have really high charisma.
I'm talking about the kid, though.
No. Yeah.
The kid could totally be that way.
I just remembered there was something that I had to do before I do the thing that I was about to do. I need to go and pick up the stuff from Thurston.
Okay. Yeah. So yeah, you go and get the stuff from Thurston, and it's about 5:30 in the evening, and he goes, oh yes, hello, here you go.
Thank you.
No, thank you.
Look them over.
They appear to be rogues. They are what you asked for.
Okay. And it's thank you. I'm sure we'll do business again.
Oh, absolutely. Have a wonderful day.
Thank you. Okay. Then
he seems fake, but then I think so did Thursday.
Yes, he's just very, very smiling. He tries to show you all of his teeth all the time, no matter what.
But yeah, then I'll go to the horse's head.
Oh man, we have that spell. Why is? Well, it is a ritual.
Okay, so
That's true.
that's a ritual. Takes about an hour and a half to get there.
Alright.
To the horse set, and as you walk in, there's a kid who's just arguing with the bartender, going, "I don't know why it's your job now. I've been informed that shit rolls downhill." And he puts like a couple sacks of berries on the bar and just like turns and walks out.
I have been informed. She rolls down.
It's like, And it's like, apparently those have been sent over for distribution. Is Roy around?
I don't think I've seen him today. I mean, I think he looks in on his mother one of these days, so he might be over there having dinner.
I won't bother him then. We'll get to it tomorrow, I guess.
Okay. Want me send him, have him?
Yeah.
Want me to give him a message?
Yeah, and it's just tell him to get in touch with Mother June.
Okay. 10 o'clock, around that time, something like that. I mean, you're in charge. Wherever you want him to be at whatever time. He's pretty good about it.
I love how different things would have been if you'd have just delivered things to the bartender.
We have established the hill.
There's a hill, it's been established.
and the vectors of poo.
It's like, yeah, then that's fine. That's after, that'd be fine.
Okay, I'll have him, I'll have him stop by.
Okay, thank you.
No problem. Have a nice day, Mother June.
Yep. Have boys been learning the hymn?
I gotta be honest, most of them would rather pay. It's, like, long, and we don't have really a culture of singing here.
Okay. That is true. That is pretty long, and how about...
like, if you had a verse thing where they could recite it, that's, like, doesn't take over a minute, because, honestly, the ones who do, they're wasting my time. Like, I have to carefully listen to everything they're saying and then match it up to the sheet you've given me. And you put tonal inflections. I'm not sure what that is. I'm barely educated.
You monster!
There's notes. There's like little blobby things.
Like B sharps.
Little umlauts here and there.
I'll get back to you with some written sayings and...
I'd appreciate like proverbs.
Yeah.
Short proverbs.
Yeah.
Idioms.
Exactly.
10 Commandments.
Excellent.
And he's like, I'll write something down for you.
Thanks, Mama June. You have a good day.
Yep.
See you at church.
See you there. So, the man who has to listen to it all day. So, yeah. I'll go ahead and get back, and then I'll work on that.
Mm-hmm.
I'll work on a small book of sayings and proverbs.
Okay. Let's start a proverb thing. Would you? Thank you.
Just lists of things you're making DC checks for. It's like, yes, time wasters, move stuff forward.
Can we line up enough of those that we can just move like 2 weeks with our time waster?
We could.
I mean, yeah. You could just skip time.
Oh, that'd be so nice.
Skip just 5 years.
I might
Zoom
have-
ahead, we're just rolling in money.
For a real little place. But, like, if you skip ahead too much, there's going to be conflicts where I'm just going to be like, okay, so we're skipping ahead a month, so here's the battle map, because we've got some large-scale battles to do. You've ignored things too long.
Don't threaten me with a good time.
What are we ignoring in that?
The
That's
other
a very
gangs
good
trying to
question.
push into our stuff.
You know, we're still managing all that. Skipping time doesn't mean not doing things during that time.
It's kind of like
means
Click.
not
It
micromanaging.
means, it's kind of like Click.
Yeah, well, that remote was broken. Get a non-broken remote.
Fine. Skipping time and having no negative consequences for doing so is broken. Just balance-wise. It's a balance issue. Apologies, but...
Well, it would be die rolls. There'd be just
we'll see.
number of
Anyways, next morning.
Unless you want me to roll for something.
Well, you're making Proverbs, so yeah, I'm gonna need a religion check from you.
Okay. Uh, 11.
They're not quite catchy or pithy. Like, you made a whole bunch of Proverbs and you looked at it and you went, I made a chorus. I've written half a song. Like, you didn't understand the assignment.
Yeah. Just rip that out and fold it up.
Oh, there's an idea. Make them into haikus. Make them recite haikus.
There's no reason for me to do that.
No reason for me to be evil in our evil campaign.
So yeah, that's your evening. Are you doing anything else with your evening now that you have your inkies?
Are you there?
In the bar, yeah, you have your inks at like 5 or 6, so...
Yeah.
I was literally there when you got them, walking, about to go back upstairs.
What rituals do you have prepared, and is one of them skywrite?
I can, if you need. I believe I can do, like, skywrite, augury, water breathing, and water walking.
Oh, I already looked up what you have access to.
Yeah.
I already did that.
Yeah, but they have to be prepared for you to use
Yeah,
them.
so it's like, if...
So you...
How many
he wants
can
to
you
know
do
how
it-
much you have today.
Oh, I have none of it. I have detect magic and... detect magic.
Yeah, that's
And identify, I guess, is ritual.
right. I really want skywrite.
Well, I'll have to prepare that for you tomorrow morning.
That's a very important spell, and I very much need it.
Mm-hmm. It is hilarious, but I would have to have it on my prepared list to do the ritual for it, and I don't want it on my
I
prepared
don't need
list.
it. You know what skywrite doesn't have? Material components. It
Mhm.
doesn't have material components. You can just drop that whenever you want.
Oh, yeah.
For all day.
Eat at Joe's! Eat at Joe's!
Who's Joe?
Joe's address is...
Until the government bans you. Stop it.
No,
Why?
You already have my only ritual.
But yes, I would like that, and then speak with animals.
Yeah, I'll prepare that. Is that both first level?
Those are 2 and 1.
Okay.
I have enough money for 3 levels worth of spells.
Yeah, I'll prepare that for you tomorrow.
I mean, water breathing's nice and all, but
Water walking less so when you have flight.
yeah, I wanted skywrite.
Oh, yeah, that's hilarious.
I'm already regretting its existence.
The ability
just-
to billboard up in the sky.
Don't want your soul.
You called it 10 words forming part of the sky you can see. They appear to be made of cloud or in place for the spell's duration. Concentration up to 1 hour. It's not pictures. It has to be not words.
Mm-hmm.
So advantage there. It can't just be like lewds.
No. I don't know.
Is it words?
10 words to form.
See, so it can't be like ASCII either.
Yeah, I was thinking, would we count like one row, a word of ASCII?
No,
No, it's words.
Can I ask you this now?
D equals 8?
Yeah,
appears to be some Italian man riding a lizard.
absolutely. I think that's far less than 10. I don't have enough letters for that.
Just absolutely. It's like it's only one word. If I don't know, is there a hard limit on what constitutes a word? Like
A word. The hard limit is a word.
The hard
Okay,
limits
you
is-
understand that you're writing with clouds.
yes.
If you want it to be recognizable as any kind of language,
So
there
you
needs
can't
to
just
be
take out the
spaces. You can't just...
Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious.
It's elven script.
It all
it's
connects,
some
therefore it's
strange
one
form
word.
of Elvish. I can't read it.
Yeah, and it's like you look up at the dwarven letters in the sky, just
Okay, I'll prepare those for tomorrow.
Okay, you do anything but sitting at the bar?
Nope.
Okay, and everyone's done with their day?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, well, then it is now Friday.
Alright, finally got our hit dice back.
All the boys healed up?
The boys were healed up yesterday.
Okay.
14. 11.
How mediocre.
I mean, the 14 probably still worth it to take on some rolls. Like if you're doing your research. Hell, the 11 might be too. Given what you rolled yesterday.
Garbage?
Mm-hmm.
Rolled garbage.
So yeah,
I'll take garbage for 500, Trebek.
wake up, slightly alter spell list, go to meeting.
Get spells back, spend spell slots.
Okay, so you're at the morning meeting.
Well, we looked around the Extortium, and it seems that the fellow doesn't show up until late at night when the actual fighting's going on, and there's going to be some special event that's happening on Saturday night as far as one of the matches. I don't know, is there anything about the place that you wanted to inform us about, Richter? Or
Are
Wolfgang?
we intending for anything to go down there?
I figured we still need to go and talk to the guy.
Yes. Fair observance, the building. Well put together. They seem to manage their own security, their own facilities. You're certainly welcome to try some other alliance. But given the situation, perhaps we aim simply for something more akin to our allegiance with the butchers.
Killing their head and hoping it goes alright?
We didn't kill anyone. They died of their own accord. I assure you.
mysterious death. Lightning bolts.
That was a freak storm, and you know it.
So,
But simply, we're there, they're there. No one's upset with each other.
Yeah, just say,
Because it
hey,
seems like that was the arrangement that they had had with
everyone else.
everyone else.
so you want to
Let them know what we're pushing in the district, and that we're basically just enough communication to say we're moving in. We don't have a trouble with you. Your facility seems well maintained and well kept of its own accord. Perhaps bring them a fruit basket to say hello to the new neighbors.
Okay, and say just so I
You liked that, didn't you?
just so I
Please,
understand
great.
what you're saying, you are talking about them running
Live and let
themselves
live. Yes.
independently with maybe giving us some money.
Yeah, I mean, you can basically open the, if you're looking to retire or something like that. We like the work you seem, and we'll, definitely aid in keeping it going if that's your goal. But if you're still wanting to run the show here,
Go for it.
just saying, basically, let us know if you decide that you're too old to manage it or too busy with your other endeavors and need someone to move in. But until then,
Not even taking your percentage.
When you mentioned the butchers, I thought you were like, you want to incorporate them into the gang? What?
No,
the butchers literally
Their boss died.
their boss died, and we're just fine.
Oh,
Not getting involved in each other's business.
Yeah, the deal that the butchers made is like, keep your people out of our district, don't try to hassle us, and you won't have any vigilante issues.
Mm-hmm.
Don't give us reasons to go vigilante, and we won't vigilante you.
Yeah.
Right.
And it's like, that is totally workable.
Yeah. So just passive. If you can get to talk to them, hey, you want to sell out? If not, we're just in the town, new neighbors. and then the district will be done if he doesn't fight us.
Speaking of that,
The level is worth more than continued money.
speaking of that, one of the things that we do have to do in relation to the slums is we actually need to go and clean house there.
No, I'm pretty sure we burnt down that house.
Well, we need to go ahead and clean up the streets then.
Alright. What's
Metaphorically
the
or literally?
Both.
When you say clean the streets, what do you mean?
No, we're going to have to get rid of the stragglers of the soup kitchen who aren't amicable to the idea of just either...
They join us.
Yeah, join us or retire.
Yeah. I say once Jake's back up, we'll start sending him and a group of boys to say, join or give up the life.
Mm-hmm. So we got that, and then, yeah, the actual cleaning part.
Mm-hmm. Well, I figured that would be done by what's-her-name and getting the town back up on its own feet.
Yeah.
Once they do that, they'll take
Oh,
more
yeah,
care.
no, it's not something that I'm expecting the gang,
Us to do,
gang
yeah.
and hold to go do.
I mean, I could totally see your church like, let's organize a day, provide food, and go,
Mary,
go.
Yes.
you set things on fire. Personally, clean it up.
I mean, if that's what you want.
Actually,
Why are you such a pushover?
It's what I want to do. Threaten me with a good time.
actually, something that I
Oh, hey,
think...
Mary, would you like to go set a town on fire? Well, yes, I absolutely would.
No, would you like to clean up the ash of your fires you already set?
I could burn those ashes.
It's not how that works.
Would
Don't
you like
knock till
to
you
test
try.
that theory?
No, I'd like to tell you no.
Well, then do that.
No.
I'd point out that I'm not actually out there setting any fires.
You totally fired a fireball that set the slums on fire.
We were all there.
Yeah.
We all share responsibility
he
for
says,
that.
Yeah, he says he's not setting random fire.
Yeah, I'm
No,
not setting
so-
any fires there.
So, given that you're up at night, something that you could actually be doing is going to the Extortium and getting us a bit of information about the fights, because knowing who the best fighters there might be a avenue of dealing with the place.
Go take your night drinking there.
I kind of spent all my money.
That is, yeah.
Work expenses.
We don't have any party funds at the moment, thanks to the situation before.
Well, that's true. I have no idea. I have 57 gold left. Is that actually like money for going out on the town?
Yes.
Okay.
That's
Okay.
a lot. Yeah.
Okay, then never mind. I still have some money.
How much does a banana cost, Austin? How much?
What, 2, 3 gold? How much could it possibly be? You can't really get a smaller denomination than this.
Solid gold coin. That's what they come in.
But yeah.
They keep giving me like these pieces of metal. I assume it's to throw at people.
Just throw at the poor people. They seem to love it.
It works so good. Gets rid of them so fast.
The worst part about them is they feel like poverty.
Yeah.
Copper feel like poverty. Just having it makes you feel dirty.
But yes, I can definitely go and
Is that why McDonald's offers to round up your total?
they were getting my change anyway.
Yeah.
I'm not keeping that. It's garbage.
So, yeah, that'd be a good thing to do. What you got going on, Maribel?
I was going to help him with spells this morning. Then I'm going to go do a little more investigation of that blacksmith.
The one you robbed last night? It's probably best not to go back to the scene that quickly.
I didn't get around to that.
I did hear it's a bad plan to stick around when you commit a crime.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
I have.
I have a close personal friend that could bear witness to such things. The best part is it's not my fault. I'm not playing that character right now. That character.
Screw him. He was a moron.
I'm working daily to get rid of that character.
He wasn't terribly useful, so we're gonna try again.
That's the benefit of having multiple personalities. When one of them turns out to be an idiot, you bully them with fear and make them go away.
That was all his fault, definitely.
He doesn't understand spoken hyperbole.
So I got that. As far as the boys, well, Abbott, how did the meeting with Midori go? Midori.
It's Midori. Well, pretty good. Her husband, who's in a ring,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
had some helpful things to say. I helped set up basic financing, but it's going to need Steve's help to set the union back up because they've fallen out of existence. So she's going to have to restart the union. But I got like the financing and charters and stuff like that set up, and I got all the forms filled out for her that she just has to sign to go get the bank accounts opened.
With you and Steve doing that, is there any way to write us in to where we get money? Or is that
I
too
mean,
noticeable?
that's a Steve issue
Oh, okay.
where you have to get them to agree to. I don't know. I just did the financing part.
Okay. Yeah,
If you
I
want to
see.
start robbing them
Mhm.
or skimming some off the top, we have to somehow gain access to the bank accounts
Oh, okay.
set up without that because I was not informed that we were stealing.
Yeah, okay. If stealing's too much of a hassle, that's fine.
I mean, it's not a hassle. I wish you had told me when I was going to be setting it up. I could have set it up for us to be a lot easier.
I
for us
was
to steal.
planning on our fee being a straight shot with her.
Yeah.
That we weren't going to actually.
Yeah, sneak it in. I was just saying, have us being backers or whatever and get a fee. Not necessarily steal, but
The thing about being backers to a union is you need money to do that.
yeah. So you're saying maybe just a flat payout of gold?
I feel that the work that we've done has considerable value,
Oh, I'm sure
and
that
we
could
can simply add the price point to that to what we're backing.
I'm sure we could. That's a. You obviously have to talk to her,
Mhm.
and then you'd have to get Steve to draw up the drafts and get her to sign it, and I suppose it would be protection under the organization. Like, I don't know. Steve?
Perhaps
She's
we
like,
can
it'd
even
be,
make something in the line about keeping that ring she's borrowing from us.
Well, it's it would be under a mercenary contract. The ring would be hard to prove ownership because the last person who had it, we've murdered
Mm-hmm.
and then hidden the body. So,
Oh, do we have anything to do with that yet?
I'm not on corpse disposal.
No, like needful. I mean, a general room question.
Is there any way to undeadify it yet sell it back to the noble house? Or is that just bad juju of...
What?
Why are you selling it?
I don't know, what else would we do with it? Just leave it in there or burn it?
Yeah, Doomsdayer's like, I don't know. I have a corpse in my basement. So,
No, he doesn't.
No, he doesn't.
oh yeah, you got it in your wrist. Yeah.
Raise them and then kill them again.
Hmm.
Well, that just guarantees the no more raising part.
I don't know. Do you want to do the same procedure on him as you did to Jake, but just leave him out for a longer period of time?
How do you feel about meat pies?
We don't have enough singers? Or barbers?
We need a barber.
Mm-hmm.
You can tell that it's grosser. It's green.
Mm-hmm.
The flame looks like right above you.
Oh, well, would you look at that?
Okay.
Yeah, as far as what to do with the body, and just try to be discreet in disposing of it. I guess if we wanted to, we could.
So we've decided that we are simply disposing of it?
It's like,
Do you have any idea of what we would do with the body? It's like, it's just a dead body.
Well, if we were needing it for something with maneuvering all of this situation is the reason we've held on to it so far. Otherwise, there is a vat of acid below the church that we would be dumping in it.
That is a good point. Hannah, would you need the guy's blood for anything in relation to the chops and getting access to his bank. In fact, maybe you want to take a drop of it in case... I don't know if you need that as a component for turning into him.
No.
Okay.
I'm currently working on a full forgery of them, so we're not going to need his blood for that.
Okay.
I mean, once it's time, being able to turn into someone else would be useful, because you could look like him and go in and get his stuff out with the forgeries I'm making you.
So keep him around as a reference, and
Yeah.
just keep casting
Gentle repose.
every 10 days.
Like, eventually we can get rid of him. We might want to keep a piece of the body just in case something comes up.
Well, keeping the full body so you can take it out and really look at it to shapeshift into it.
So yeah, it's going to take me a couple more days.
Okay.
Now, did we want to set up boys as a mercenary troop and get that worked out? If they're going to provide protection for the Union and us get paid for that, would we want to get a mercenary troop put together and then recruit from the slums?
Say, I don't know if we want to set up some sort of like union protection organization that we end up getting money from the unions.
Yeah, just a very much anti-bus union buster group that unions pay when people are striking.
Yeah, it's like it's somebody to give them additional leverage when either the boss or legal wants to come after them for some reason.
Yeah.
So I don't know what would be involved in setting that up as far as a legitimate front for...
I don't know, at that point we would just be doing legitimate mercenary work.
Yeah. Yeah, that sounds like a Steve question, I guess.
I mean, it would be legitimate mercenary work.
And do you need like a mercenary charter or group for that, or just...
Nope.
Yeah, okay.
Okay. Well, I guess then the main thing would be making sure that whatever we negotiate as far as our payment, we'll have you get that down in writing.
I can do that.
Yeah.
Do we want to send him over to Midori today, or...
He'll have to talk to her, and then he'll be able to better inform us of kind of what our... what we're going to need to go into negotiations with her, and how much of what would be considered a reasonable payment for our services.
Yep.
So yeah, and it's like, yeah, he can definitely go and talk to her. And I think everybody else is still working. How are the boys coming along, Molly?
She said weeks, so probably not much
Slightly
progress.
better than they were yesterday.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Still
Yeah.
pretty bad.
Still a week away. Okay. So yeah, I won't bother asking about that then. Yep. So.
I'm good.
Yep.
Okay. So, anything else for your morning meeting?
Unless the lieutenants bring up anything that needs to be brought to our attention.
Nope.
I'm good.
Okay, as your morning meeting finishes and you filter out, there is a man waiting downstairs for you. Roy is sitting at the bar.
Hi, Roy.
Hi.
Say, there was an idea that I had, and I wanted to gather some of our boys and some of some of our boys who are part of the church, and I want to give you guys some personal training.
Okay.
Yeah. So,
When would you like that?
well, I was gonna go and gather them around today.
I mean, like, some of them are, yeah, I was doing Abbott for Roy.
Mhm.
Some of them are, on patrol, and some of them are, like, help. We can work on it, but I don't know if we'll be able to find everyone today. They'll,
Okay.
kind of do their own thing when they're not working.
It's like, yeah, we'll go around and gather and at least send word. Well,
You want to just,
I would probably know the people who are part of my church as far as.
yeah, you would know.
Okay, then I'll ask Spartacus to send out messengers.
Get to it, child.
What's Spartacus's percentage?
I believe the highest.
That is the wrong one. I believe it is Nope. There it is.
He's also the only one with a full,
Fleet.
of people under him.
Spartacus is getting 17%.
Yeah. Okay. Carry on with hassling him.
We pay you. We want our money's worth.
Yeah. No.
And we still have to build him a house with a bathing thing. Eventually.
Yeah, but we need money first for what he wants.
Couldn't you just, what are you trying to do with them? And couldn't you just wait for Saturday to pull them or Sunday to pull them aside and say,
I mean, they will be at church on Sunday.
yeah,
Saturday.
Saturday. And I'll point out that today is
Friday.
Friday.
Oh. Okay, then I'll do it tomorrow.
Roy's like, okay, I mean, good to see you, Mother June. See you tomorrow.
See you tomorrow.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Walks the hour and a half back.
Yep.
I hate the transportation distance in this city.
If I don't do that, it feels way too small.
Hmm.
It takes a while to get places. What we need is a subway.
What we need
Why would
is
you need a
teleportation
sandwich?
circles. Oh, that I would like.
I could go for a sandwich.
Yeah.
Well, then for what me to do today?
I don't know. Are you flat broke? You haven't played for money down in the thing for a while?
Oh, that? Yeah.
Or even if not, just to be nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you are kind of supposed to.
Yeah. You do still use the place.
Yeah. Sure, I'll do that and then work on my Proverbs book for the rest
I'm
of
the
the
only
day.
one that moved out when we got the ability to move out.
Yeah.
Everyone else is like, I'm just going to stay in this hotel.
Okay, let's get a,
In this awesome bed and breakfast that provides all food and cleaning
let's
services.
get a performance check for your...
Enhance ability.
Alright.
So, I get, 27? Yep.
You get 23 gold
Nice.
in tips. And then go ahead and give me that religion roll for your proverbs.
I'll enhance that as well.
Alright. Hey, we enhance. Enhance.
20?
20. Okay. About 8 hours or 4 or 5 hours pass, and you come through, and it's like you get a little booklet of proverbs. One proverb for each of your tenants that would be an easily recitable thing.
Okay.
Which I'm not going to make for you. You can totally work on that.
Alrighty.
You have homework, Ryan.
Yes, I've given you homework. Come up with proverbs. Shoot it to me on Discord whenever you feel like it.
Alrighty.
Or just, they say the Proverbs. They exist.
I'd prefer if they actually existed.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'll write them down.
It is no fun if I don't give you homework. So, what is Wolfgang doing today, or Dr. Richter? I'm not sure.
Wolfgang will go back to the room, and Dr. Richter will continue the work.
Okay, so let's get a Arcanum and a Arcane and
Medicine.
Yes.
You're gonna roll 3, man. Just use them up. They're above 10.
Yeah. Just deciding which to go with which, though. So 19 on Arcana and 16 on Medicine.
Okay. Okay. So, what's Maribel doing?
For however long it takes to teach Austin those spells, I'm doing that this morning.
Oh, we might not be doing it this morning. It takes a while. It's like 6 hours.
Yeah, Austin is not awake right now. You go up to him and try to talk to Mary, and Mary just has this glazed over look on his face.
The meeting's over, man. I checked out.
So it takes 6 hours for both of them, or?
It takes 2 hours per level spell.
Well, we'll do it this evening then.
Yeah.
I will go out, walk to the bounce blades, shift into a cat, out of sight of stuff.
Okay.
Go back to that smith.
I go right in front of their bar, shift into a cat.
Yeah. Heavy metal
Okay,
friend.
it takes,
They're a
it takes
druid.
about 2.5 hours to get there.
They can shapeshift.
So, I won't wait till I get there so I don't waste my shapeshift. Shapeshift, go set up as a cat on one of the eaves or something near their house. Or
Okay,
workshop.
there's 2 different blacksmiths.
The dwarven ones. Those are the ones I've done the most studying on already. Because there's Abbott's wife, the dwarf, and the elf, who wasn't helpful.
That's what they get for being helpful.
Yeah. But it also led me to believe they would have more money and stuff.
Okay, so you're going to Cosmo.
Mhm.
Cosmo's blacksmithy.
Yes.
And go ahead and do a perception check.
Okay, what I'm specifically looking for, I know the blacksmithing area is outside, but they keep going in through a door and getting stuff, right?
I mean,
That's what it described before, so...
yeah, there's things that they go in and grab and pull out.
Yeah, okay.
And it's not outside per se. Like, it's not open air.
Oh, I thought it was like
There's
an
like,
overhang and...
yeah, there's a roof over it, and there's a door that's open, kind of garage style.
Oh, I thought it was just like a post holding up a roof
No.
and they were just outside. Then they
No,
kept
no.
going back inside through that main door.
I mean, there's a place that they go inside, but it's kind of like a open door on a garage because they don't want people stealing their tools either.
Yeah, okay. Well, I'm specifically trying to pay attention to where they keep the key. Like, I'm assuming one of them has it in his pocket most of the day, and which pocket they do, and you know.
Okay, perception check.
Yeah. So that's
As a cat.
No, you're
wild
druid.
shape. Yep.
mhm. So that's 20 plus 8, so 26. 7 plus 8 is 16. No, 25.
Okay.
Math
It's like,
hard.
you don't add an even number and an odd number and get an even number.
So, as you're watching, you note that he doesn't really pull a key out
Mhm.
when he's walking in. He kind of put his hand on the knob, waits a second, and turns. So it's always like hand, pause, turn, open.
Okay. So it's magically attached to him somehow.
seems like the lock is some nature of magical. You don't see anything that looks particularly like a key.
Yeah. And then I'm going to spin my... First, am I within 100 feet of the interior of the shop?
I mean, yeah.
Okay. I will spin my second wild shape to summon a familiar fae in a spider form. Just a little spider.
Alright.
Then I'll dismiss him.
Okay.
And then I'll resummon him within 100 feet. And be inside
Does
the building.
dismissing him remove him from... Do you have to...
I don't... The first summon doesn't say, but it says I can dismiss him as an action and resummon him within 100 feet without line of sight. Which is what I'm using to just summon him on the inside to look.
Okay.
Because the rules don't specify whether he can originally summon him that far.
Yeah.
Okay. Go ahead and roll a percentile for me. He has a 20% chance of getting smushed.
That's fine.
Oh crap, magic. Yeah, get it.
Oh, unlike these losers, this doesn't cost me money. 7?
Yeah, he's smushed.
Well, F.
Ha! Oh, nothing.
Or just summoned him in a wall. Well, then I just try to get a better looky-loo to see if I can see where he's pulling any goods in. Can I see into that internal room to try to get a layout?
You walk around the building.
Yeah.
And like are checking windows and things of that nature.
Yeah.
You don't really see any window that leads to a room that isn't store or like you see a back room, but it doesn't have like stacks of iron or metal or anything that you're looking for.
Like if the room goes to straight off the forge, is there a window there or a seal that I could just hop up and lay on?
No.
Okay.
As you're traversing around the building, it's like there's a spot behind the forge,
Mm-hmm.
and then the where you presume the door is on the inside of that. Like there's no window that goes into it. It seems to be an interior room of the building
With no windows, gotcha.
Yeah. Bathroom and/or closet-like.
And that door doesn't have a window either, I'm guessing?
No, it's a solid steel door
Yeah, okay.
or some kind of metal.
Well, while sitting out here, no precious metals or anything besides just the straight iron and other stuff?
I mean, you've seen him pull out some precious metals and work with them.
Yeah, but they're not stored out here.
No.
Okay.
I mean, he pulls out what he's using when he's using it
Mm-hmm.
and puts it away relatively promptly.
Okay, well, that's all I can do today. I'll have to try this again. Eventually, I'll spy in the inside of that shop, learn where he keeps his stuff, and be able to teleport in there. Though, it is looking less likely if there's not a literal window in there.
This might shock you, but most vaults don't have windows.
It did shock me.
I was also not thinking of it so much as a vault as a back workroom that may have a safe in it. Versus an actual...
Yeah, from what you've seen, it's a large metal door.
Yeah.
Like a hardened metal door with metal bands.
Mm.
But what, do you just need to be able to see where you're going to teleport in?
Yeah.
So yeah, all you have to do is succeed one of these days on that spider and you can see it.
I'm guessing you won't let me line of sight from familiar while looking through its eyes?
You can't line of sight from a familiar because
But you
can't
can't-
spells through it.
But you can see, which means that if it's you're teleporting and you just have to know where you're going to not go into
First
something.
step is line of sight.
Oh, okay. Well, that's a different thing. That's not teleporting.
Yeah. If...
It would probably work for dimension door,
Mm-hmm.
which is not useful because you don't get that.
Yeah. I will go and check out the other blacksmith shop if I still have...
I mean, you don't have a whole lot of time left. You spend
Okay.
a lot of time wandering around.
Yeah, that's fine.
You got probably, half an hour to an hour total, so you might be able to see something, but you might not.
It's like, if it's in the opposite direction of home, then no, I'll call it and just go back to the bar
Okay.
for Austin. In that case, I'm done.
Okay.
I'll spend some time with Huxley before I meet Austin for book writing.
Okay.
And seeing if I can, if there are any crows or ravens in town. Have I seen any like that?
Yeah, I mean, there's birds.
Yeah. Well, specifically crows or ravens.
Are there any blackbirds?
Unless they are specifically killing them, there are crows or ravens.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably.
What about common pigeons?
Like, again, if they are not actively killing them,
Sky rats.
they are definitely around.
All right. Hold on, I'm mathing. Stop. Give me a second. I'm trying to do math in my head. It hurts.
Quick quote numbers at him.
Jerk.
Okay, so by the time you get back, it's about 8 o'clock at night.
Oh,
Because it's 4 hours of travel there, 4 hours of travel back.
gotcha. So yeah, I won't have much time for us to or playing with ravens. So yeah, go meet Austin.
Yeah, it's like I'm trying to be like, yes, there's ravens, but right now it's night.
Mm-hmm.
They are diurnal.
Turns out black birds kind of hard to see at night,
Mm-hmm.
especially
Okay.
with them, being sleepy and all that.
So that's you, because you did your thing, you did your thing, you did your thing.
And we're doing our thing.
Yeah, it's 5 o'clock.
Hooray!
Hooray!
Well, let's get to work.
So like you show up at 8, and that's when you're like, okay, let's start. So it's 3 hours after 8.
Mhm.
So
So we can do
for
like
you, you're fine.
Yeah. Well, let's hustle through and get Skyride down.
yeah.
It is the more important spell.
And we'll
Okay,
do
is that the 2 hour one or the?
That would be 4 hours
Okay.
because it's level 2.
Mhm.
2 hours per spell.
Okay, so it's done at 2 in the morning. 8,
Well,
9,
it's-
10, 11, 12. No, it's done at
Yeah,
12.
midnight.
Yeah.
Well,
Two
yeah.
would be as if he did the other one.
Yeah, yeah.
Which really, you could just tell her she's excused from the next day's meeting, and
Yeah, so it's currently midnight.
Yeah. I'll just go to bed now and
Yeah. I mean, you'll have 8 hours before you'll be fine.
Yeah. So I'll unprepare Skyride.
Okay, so it is. Ryan, did you have anything else?
Nailed it.
No, I think I finished my day.
Okay, just making sure before I move us on. Okay, so it is Saturday morning.
Do we actually finish? Oh,
So you finish a long rest.
wait. When I got back to the bar, I spin 4 first level spell slots, make goodberrys, and hand them over to Spartacus.
Okay.
I'm good.
Okay, so it is Saturday morning, and we will start next time with the morning meeting. So thank you guys so much for joining us. Like, comment, subscribe, check out the other content on the channel, and have a good day. Bye.